Most people think respect is earned through words. Talking more, explaining more, proving more, convincing more. But if you pay attention to the people who command the most respect, you'll notice something surprising. Many of them speak very little. They don't dominate every conversation. They don't constantly explain themselves. They don't fight for attention. Yet when they speak, people listen. When they enter a room, people notice. And when they leave, people remember them. Because respect is not built through volume. It's built through presence. And once you understand the psychology behind respect, you realize that talking less can sometimes make you far more influential than talking more. Most people talk too much to gain approval. One of the biggest reasons people talk excessively is not communication. It's validation. They want to be liked, accepted, recognized. They want people to understand them, agree with them, approve of them. So they explain everything, defend everything, fill every silence with words. But the more desperately someone seeks approval, the less authority they often appear to have, because people instinctively sense emotional dependence. They sense when someone needs validation, and dependence rarely creates respect. Emotionally independent people move differently. They don't feel compelled to constantly prove themselves, and that calm self-assurance naturally changes how others perceive them. Respect comes from self-control. Most people associate power with dominance, but true respect is often connected to restraint. Anyone can react emotionally. Anyone can interrupt. Anyone can argue. Anyone can lose control. But self-control is rare. The ability to stay calm under pressure, to remain composed during conflict, to think before speaking. These qualities immediately stand out, because emotional discipline communicates strength. When people see that you are not controlled by impulse, they begin viewing you differently, more mature, more stable, more trustworthy. And trust is one of the foundations of respect. People value words that are used carefully. Imagine two people. One speaks constantly. The other speaks only when necessary. Who you think people listen to more carefully? The answer is obvious. Words gain value through scarcity. The more someone talks, the less weight each sentence carries. But when someone speaks selectively, their words naturally attract attention. People begin paying closer attention, because they know every statement was chosen deliberately. This is why respected individuals often speak with intention. Not because they are trying to appear mysterious, but because they understand that thoughtful communication carries more influence than endless talking. Observation creates social power. Most people enter conversations focused on what they want to say next. They are waiting for their turn to speak, not truly listening. But people who talk less often observe more. They notice body language, tone changes, emotional reactions, social dynamics, motivations. This awareness creates advantage, because understanding people is often more valuable than being understood by people. The person who observes carefully gains information, and information creates influence. That is why quiet individuals are often underestimated initially, and deeply respected later, because while everyone else is talking, they are learning. Respect grows when you stop chasing it. One of the fastest ways to lose respect is to desperately seek it, trying too hard to impress, trying too hard to appear important, trying too hard to prove value. These behaviors communicate insecurity, because secure people do not constantly advertise their worth. They trust that their actions will speak for them, and actions always speak louder than words. When someone consistently demonstrates discipline, competence, integrity, they no longer need to convince people verbally. Their behavior does the convincing, and respect earned through behavior lasts far longer than respect earned through performance. Quiet confidence makes people pay attention. There is something psychologically powerful about a person who remains calm while everyone else seeks attention. They don't compete. They don't perform. They don't force themselves into every conversation. And because they are not chasing attention, attention often comes to them naturally. Humans are curious. We notice contrast. And in a noisy environment, silence becomes noticeable. This is why quiet confidence often feels powerful. It signals emotional security. It signals self-respect. It signals that someone does not need constant recognition to feel valuable. And that kind of internal stability is increasingly rare. Presence matters more than words. Many people focus on what they say, but respected individuals focus on how they carry themselves. Their posture, their composure, their consistency, their emotional stability. Because people form impressions long before conversations begin. A calm presence communicates confidence. A disciplined presence communicates reliability. A grounded presence communicates strength. And these signals influence perception continuously, long before a single word is spoken. This is why some individuals command respect immediately, not because they are louder, but because everything about their behavior communicates certainty and control. Respect is not something you talk your way into. It is something you build through self-control, through discipline, through consistency, through quiet confidence. The people who earn the deepest respect are rarely the ones speaking the most. They are the ones who remain calm under pressure, who listen more than they react, who let their actions speak louder than their explanations. Because real respect does not come from attention. It comes from character. And when your character becomes strong enough, you no longer need to convince people to respect you. They do it naturally, not because of what you say, but because of who you are.